Hi everyone. I decided to do my screencast on National Geographic's website. I figured they had very similar content to the content that I would be creating on my own website, being about traveling, hiking, and different types of landscape and nature photography. Um, this website is very well put together. They have a lot of different widgets that you can log into. You can subscribe to their newsletters or magazines. You can even subscribe to their streaming services as well. They show their latest stories at the very top of the website just to give that more traffic or audience traffic at least. Even show advertisements. They have their Disney Plus bundle as well, which exhibits a lot of their Planet Earth type shows and movies, which just talk about, different like animals and nature. Some of them delve into things like farm life or more like it's more oceanography. And then we get to their TV shows. They obviously have Shark Fest and all of their Shark Week stuff at the very front because that's an upcoming topic. And my favorite section would definitely be the travel section. This one probably has the most to do with the content that I will be delivering. Not necessarily all about hiking and camping in different places like that, but they do have a lot of interesting topics, like discover wild places up close. They even allow you to directly book a trip using these kind of advertisement type articles. And here's some more Shark Week stuff. They also they have podcasts available from National Geographic reporters, and everything is linked to their own website, which is very convenient for users to find out. Sorry about that. My dog is a bit unruly, but as I was saying, it's very easy for users to find the different widgets, and that will take them to whatever they want to view, whether it be podcasts, whether it be a Facebook page, Instagram page that they can comment on, or just a news article that they were interested in and want to know more about. They also exhibit certain photos of the day, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know if it's you can apply to have your photo presented as a photo of the day, or it's more of just like an editor's choice. But it's just interesting seeing all of their different widgets. And here is their magazine issue. It's a bit more political, I'd say, than the rest of their content. Not all of it, but they have a lot on indigenous people, um, as well as just little fun things like what it's like to scuba dive under the pyramids. I wouldn't know, but we could find out. Um, Likewise, they have a lot of different nonprofits. They have a lot of things that you can donate to or just learn more about. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can sign up using your email, and they can just send you, photos, newspaper articles that you would be interested in. And at the bottom here, that's basically any other information that you could be wondering about is here at the bottom. They have your subscriptions, customer service, any of their privacy policies, which is useful for if you wanted to use some of their content, like quote them or use some of their photographs. That would be an interesting article to read. There's a lot that you can do on this website, and I think that it's very well put together, especially in the sense of the Bob Dunn article that we read for class. I think that it's very easy to maneuver, just like a well put together house. This website is very just easy to get around and very user friendly. So all in all, I think National Geographic's website is very well put together, and I think that it's probably one of the best in terms of simplicity with the largeness of their content that they actually have available on here. And I think that it's just it's good for people who want to gain more knowledge on you know, their landscape or where they're living or any environmental issues.